Okay, guys, I want to talk about why that I prefer Leupold and that it's perfectly okay that if you don't. So here's the deal. As you can see, pretty gray up here. Not as fit as I once was. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not back in the army. Back when I was 19. And so when I carry a heavy rifle, and I'm out here in California, so we hunt mule deer, very high altitude, up around 9,000, 8,000 feet, not in a tree stand. In the daytime, the deer are bedded down, so you really have to do a lot of traveling. Just sitting in one spot doesn't cut it. So generally carrying our rifles for miles and miles. I mean, you can do even 10 miles in one day. So what I choose is specific to my situation, where I want a lighter scope with very clear glass. I don't need all the what some people call the tactical Tommy features. I want a clean scope that'll see into the shadows and be light on my rifle. So that when I choose a scope, it tends to lead me to Leupold because it meets my specific needs. Now, that doesn't mean that I think that my scope choice should be imposed upon everyone else. That I can totally get why you would pick a Vortex PST Viper or a Athlon Aries. Those are really nice scopes. The Aries weighs about 7 ounces more than the Leupold VX3i LRP, and the Vortex PST Gen 2 weighs about 8 ounces more. So if you're not like carrying that rifle for miles, you're fitter than me, then you don't mind the 8 ounces. You may really like that illuminated reticle, and that pushes you toward those scopes, and that's fine. In fact, we're going to put a PST Gen 2 on my son's Grendel build, the one we're doing for the Grendel Hunter build, and that will fit his requirements because he doesn't need such a lighter scope. My son's in really good shape. He's constantly running. He's a basketball star in his own mind, but he spends a lot of time working out, and that scope will fit him well. Leupold will fit him well too, but that scope will fit him really well. So what I guess is what I'm saying is, don't get all caught up where you think that your requirements are everybody else's requirements. I see a lot of that on the board where I post Leupold and somebody jumps in and like, oh man, they're so old and outdated because they don't have all my tactical Tommy features, and the glass is imported, as in all glass is imported. They don't make glass here anymore because of environmental regulations. But Leupold's not outdated. They're going for a specific market, and Leupold has nailed it. Leupold makes really good scopes, and if you're one of these guys that have drank one of the other brand Kool-Aids and think Leupold is way outdated, you just don't get it. Illuminated reticles are nice and all that, but they're going for a specific market to make a light hunting scope with all the features you need, with very good glass, and that's exactly what they have done. And you may want some of those other features that a lot of the Leupold scopes don't have, and willing to sacrifice the weight to get them. But that's what you're doing. You're sacrificing the lighter weight to get those features. Don't think that the Leupold scope is dated because it doesn't have your tactical Tommy features in it, because it's not. It is exactly what it's meant to be, which is a very high quality hunting scope. That's the market that they're going after, and that's the market that they have. Not to say that the other guys don't make good stuff. They do. But they're not generally making it as light as Leupold for that quality.